Welcome back to iTeachCybersecurity Academy, where we make cybersecurity simple, useful, and practical for everyone. In the previous module, you learned what network forensics is, why it matters, and how investigators collect and analyze network evidence. In this module, we move one step further, from understanding network activity to detecting attacks and analyzing malicious behavior. This is Module 2, Network Attack Detection and Behavioral Analysis. Here, you will learn how security professionals recognize common network attacks, distinguish between normal and abnormal network behavior, and respond effectively to security incidents. Detection is often the first critical moment in cybersecurity, and understanding attacker behavior can make the difference between a minor incident and a major breach. By the end of this module, you will be able to identify common types of network attacks, understand how normal network behavior looks, use indicators to detect malicious activity, compare signature-based and behavior-based detection methods, conduct basic network incident investigations, and apply defensive measures to mitigate attacks. Detecting network attacks starts with understanding how attackers operate and what their actions look like on a network. Most attacks follow recognizable patterns, and network forensic analysis helps expose those patterns through traffic and log data. One common activity seen before an attack is scanning and reconnaissance. During this phase, attackers probe a network to identify active hosts, open ports, and vulnerable services. On the network, this often appears as repeated connection attempts or unusual port scanning traffic coming from a single source or a small group of IP addresses. While identifying known attack types is important, modern cybersecurity relies heavily on behavioral analysis. Behavioral analysis focuses on understanding what normal network activity looks like so that abnormal behavior can be detected quickly. Normal network behavior is often referred to as a baseline. A baseline includes typical usage hours, common protocols, expected traffic volumes, and frequently accessed internal and external IP addresses. Establishing this baseline is essential because without knowing what is normal, it is impossible to reliably detect anomalies. Anomalies are detected by comparing current network activity against the established baseline. Investigators look for unusual spikes in traffic, unexpected protocols, unknown IP addresses, or activities occurring at unusual times. Visualization tools, alerts, and automated monitoring systems help highlight these deviations so they can be investigated further. Certain indicators strongly suggest malicious activity. These include repeated failed login attempts, unexpected file transfers, communication with suspicious external IP addresses, and the use of protocols that are not normally present in the network. While a single indicator may not confirm an attack, multiple indicators together often provide strong evidence. Detection methods generally fall into two categories: signature-based detection and behavior-based detection. Signature-based detection works by matching network activity against known attack patterns. It is highly accurate for known threats, but cannot detect new or unknown attacks. Behavior-based detection, on the other hand, focuses on anomalies and deviations from normal behavior. This approach can detect new threats, but may sometimes generate false positives. In practice, organizations use a combination of both methods for effective detection. Once suspicious activity is detected, a structured investigation process is required. Network incident investigation typically begins with detection, where potential security events are identified through alerts or observations. This is followed by collection, where logs, packet captures, and alerts are gathered for analysis. During the analysis phase, investigators determine the type of attack, its scope, and its potential impact. This understanding allows for effective containment, where affected systems are isolated to prevent further damage. Recovery follows, involving system restoration and increased monitoring to ensure the threat has been eliminated. Finally, reporting documents what happened, how it was handled, and what lessons were learned. Identifying intrusion points is a critical part of the investigation. This involves examining firewall logs and IDS or IPS alerts, tracking the network paths used by attackers, and identifying unusual access points or ports that may have been exploited. Effective detection and investigation must be supported by strong defensive measures. One of the most important defenses is network segmentation. By dividing a network into smaller, isolated segments, organizations limit attacker movement and make monitoring and containment easier. Firewalls and IDS or IPS systems also play a central role in defense. Firewalls control traffic based on predefined rules, while intrusion detection and prevention systems monitor for malicious activity and respond in real time. Proper placement and tuning of these tools are critical to their effectiveness. Logging and monitoring best practices ensure that forensic data is available when incidents occur. This includes collecting logs from critical devices and applications, monitoring traffic continuously, setting alerts for anomalies, and retaining logs for forensic and compliance purposes. An intelligence-driven defense approach strengthens security even further. By using threat intelligence, organizations can anticipate attacks, integrate known indicators of compromise into detection systems, and update defense policies based on emerging threats and trends. In this module, you learned how network attacks are detected by understanding common attack types and recognizing their indicators. You explored how behavioral analysis identifies anomalies by comparing activity against a baseline, how network incidents are investigated using structured steps, and how defensive measures such as segmentation, firewalls, monitoring, and threat intelligence improve network security. This module builds directly on the foundation you established in Module 1 and prepares you for deeper, more technical analysis in the next stage of the course. In the next module, we will focus more closely on network forensic tools. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to iTeach Cybersecurity Academy, and turn on notifications so you never miss a lesson. Continue your learning with iTCA and move on to the next lesson to keep building real-world network forensic skills.